We're now live on the podcast channel, and we just witnessed. We went live right at the kick. Oh, Mike
That was wild.
McCarthy is not happy. What a game, though. Dak played amazing. Brady
That was
played
brilliant.
amazing, and the
Brilliant ending, though.
Bucks. Yeah, Bucks win by 2. Man,
That pass to Godwin. Oh, and he pushes off, but the guy's already falling backwards. You could tell it wasn't a penalty, I don't think. But it was just a great pass right on the back shoulder.
I got Brady and Antonio Brown in a lot of leagues. I got CeeDee Lamb in some. So he was. I don't have Amari Cooper in any leagues, and he went off.
He did
this game.
Yeah, I should pull up some stats actually. In any case, but I think he had 2 touchdowns and 11 catches. I'll pull it up.
He went berserk, but Antonio Brown
looked good
did well.
though.
Yeah, Dak looked good. Dak looked great. Dak 403 pass yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. And I don't think the pick was really his fault. I think it was off CeeDee Lamb's hands.
Yeah. He was like outstretched to try to catch it, and he didn't, and it ended up in the Buccaneers' hands. So Amari Cooper finished with 13 catches for 139 and 2 scores. CeeDee Lamb had 7 catches and 104 yards with 1 touchdown.
And a lot of people are not worried about Zeke, but I am. I'm thinking Tony Pollard was a great play in fantasy, a great draft pick to be exact in fantasy. And, I think Zeke's going to be just fine this year, but I don't know, man. Tony Pollard's right there. This is the first game we're seeing in an 18-week season ever. And I think we're going to see a lot more of those backup running backs like Tony Pollard. Like, obviously, I know, like, I'm not oblivious. I know the Bucks run defense is probably the absolute best. It's probably number 1 this year. And I mean, that's very significant. Oh, there's some kind of play going on. Oh, there's still a play. And it's the guy I was talking about. Oh, Tony Pollard. Oh, yeah, but that defense stopped him. Oh, man. That was crazy. So, great way to start off the year. We just watched the Bucks and Cowboys play. Lots of fantasy points, except if you started any running backs this week. Fournette did okay. Everyone else I hate Ronald Jones.
Oh, it's bad.
I hate him I have him in 1 league, and I still hate him.
Did you do DFS with him?
No, I didn't even play I didn't have time to even play DFS, but he would have been a guy I would have picked. I
saw what you said in the Discord.
He would have. He would have made it in some of my lineups for sure this week. Tony Pollard would have made it. So yeah, probably would have been a perfect lineup, and he would have ruined it. So maybe good.
Yeah, that punch, the punch by DeMarcus Lawrence was pretty clutch. I mean, he just hit that thing square. That ball had no chance.
What can we derive? What can we derive from this for fantasy? Other than the Pollard thing I said.
Dak is looking really solid already, which gives me a lot of hope, especially for the rest of the offense. Even though I know Zeke struggled, I think there will be weeks when he does really, really well because of the passing offense being so good. But then, the Buccaneers, they look like they literally just got off the same bus that took them to the Super Bowl.
Exactly, yeah.
The season just continued on. Like, they just kept rolling, if not got better.
It's like the 5th quarter, of the Super Bowl, yeah.
Like, literally just AB is getting better and better with more chemistry, obviously, and off-season workouts and staying at Tommy's house. I mean...
I try to tell him, bro. I try to tell him Antonio Brown's going in round 8. I try to tell him he's a Hall of Fame talent. Like, really, if his head was screwed on right, that's a Hall of Famer. Like, there's not even doubt. Right. I mean, he could still be a Hall of Famer. But yeah, I mean, that's like, dude is ridiculous. He's basically like a type of Tom Brady as far as a wide receiver, drafted late, but has all the skills. It's impossible to cover.
DBs have no chance, it seems.
Well, Cowboys DBs definitely have no chance.
You're right. And Godwin, Evans, I mean, they take a lot of heat away from guys like Antonio Brown. So it's just a really good setup having everyone on that offense. And then Gronk, 2 touchdowns tonight? That's
Yeah,
That's always
Gronk
good
was
when Gronk gets involved.
that totally shocked me, to be honest. I was like, they're gonna use him seldomly, bring him into, like, I have him in a couple leagues, like I like him, but they just used him right away and often, and he came like he was clutch every play, no fumbling,
Oh
no
yeah,
stumbling, no drops,
the one-handed
just
catch.
amazing.
Yeah, he made plays all over the field. Here's a comment from Ryan. Because of Couch, I have AB in every redraft league I'm in.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, we just look. We saw one of the better
And
Antonio
another,
Brown games, but he's going. He we. I think I can tell he's got a pretty good floor too. So on bad weeks, I think he's going to be good. Give you 9, 10 points on a bad week, which is great for a not an eighth
right,
round
eight,
draft.
9 round pick. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at this, another one. You want to read this one?
started Antonio Brown, and I did some things. oh, you took the over on 54.5 receiving yards. Good. Oh yeah, he quit. What did he get? Like 140? I don't know. I'm just guessing. Pull
Forgotten
up
injury
that while you're
report back
pulling
on
up
your
that. Forgot to
earnings.
say this podcast is sponsored by Monkey Knife Fight. So big shout out to them. Thank you for keeping the dream alive and supporting. And we'll have a special offer from Monkey Knife Fight. We'll reveal later on. But I don't know anything else from the Thursday night. Pull up the AB stats for me, please.
You got it. So for Antonio Brown, and unfortunately, I don't have the targets. He had 5 catches, though, 121 yards and a touchdown. Um, Godwin had 9 catches, 105 yards and a touchdown. Gronkowski had 8 catches for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. Um, I think one takeaway is there will be a couple weeks here and there where guys like Mike Evans, in this case, and maybe next week it's Godwin, maybe next week it's Antonio Brown, but there will be too many mouths to feed some weeks on Tampa Bay's roster. So it's just kind of the sacrifice you make.
Well, Mike Evans kind of sucked today, but he will have his boom weeks. So
If you
see,
don't get open first, though, on that offense, he's got so many options to go to. I mean, why wouldn't he just hit the first guy who's open?
well,
So
that's
you
not
got to
how the
get the
Bruce
separation.
Arians offense is. They read from vertical down. It's not the Patriots offense, and that's
I see
why
what you
I
mean.
got Tom Brady in 25% of my leagues, and he absolutely balled out. Michael Gallup got hurt. That's right, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
believe he returned. So we got to keep tabs on that. Who's the next man up? Cedric Wilson. I don't know on the
I'll tell you, there was a guy, I think his name
Cowboys.
is Williams, right? Number one. He was making some plays out there today. Cedric Wilson, sorry, you're right. He changed his number to number one, so I got confused. What about that one play? So Fournette tips the ball, and it's an interception, and the other player on the other team, the Cowboys, that is, he intercepts it. He's also wearing number 7. So Fournette now wears number 7, and Trayvon Diggs, the Cowboys, wears number 7. I thought that was interesting.
It's stupid.
Only people probably like me would even notice that, though.
No, I mean we're seeing these numbers live in a real game. It's definitely significant.
Here's another comment from Mike. I started AB due to Gus getting hurt as well. That worked out well for you. It does kind of segue into some other news if you want to talk about Mr. Gus Edwards.
Well, I got to do the Monkey Knife Fight read, and then we're gonna talk about Gus Bus, the biggest news of the day, other than Thursday Night Football. So yeah, Monkey Knife Fight is a sponsor of this podcast. You're supposed to scroll down so they can see that.
Oops.
Yeah,
My
that's for them to
apologies.
see. Yeah, so Monkey Knife Fight um, is daily fantasy props. What are some reasons I love Monkey Knife Fight? Well, even if there's sharks on the website, you don't got to play against the sharks. Those guys with algorithms and spreadsheets and computer programs that do this professionally. Some guys hire 1 to 3 people on their team to listen to podcasts and do their homework and crunch numbers, and they have AI and all these systems. And when you go up against 200,000 people in those big contests, it's almost impossible to win. It's like throwing money away, which I do sometimes, and I'll tell you, it's crazy. Um, So on here, it's just very simple. You just go up against the lines that Monkey Knife Fight puts out, and they've been gracious to sponsor us yet again. And so if you follow the link right here, the link below in the description on our website, or you can just type it yourself, playmkf.com/couch, MKF as in Monkey Knife Fight. So just go to playmkf.com/couch, and then you'll get $5 free play for new users when you register. So they're going to give you just $5 free, and it really helps support the couch. So just go to that link. You'll get $5 for free. And if you want to keep going, you want to go more than the $5, which is awesome. Use promo code couch. You'll get an instant deposit match up to $100. So you deposit $100, you'll get another extra $100 free play, and then you're getting that $5 free play when you sign up. One of the simple games is More or Less. I missed on this week. It was way more high scoring than I thought. I said less for Brady, throwing 304 pass yards, and he crushed that. And I said more for Dak Prescott. But it was an exciting game. What I also like is that almost every week there's going to be at least one huge discrepancy, and so I'm gonna really nail that in and find it for you guys. So I'll reveal my picks every week. Don't have any picks right now because the game was just played. We're focusing on that game, but I will have picks every week for you guys. So follow me on social media, follow me on YouTube, and I'll just give you my picks. And if you guys want to play it, last time there were our sponsors, we made a ton of money. I think it was Philip Rivers. Wow. That was good. Philip Rivers really nailed it. I think he won $400 with Philip Rivers.
He can put up numbers.
Huge discrepancy.
You're playing.
Yeah, I think I actually went with more yards for Philip Rivers. Yeah, but that was back when he was on the Chargers. All right, so yeah, that's our sponsor. So yeah, just go to playmkf.com/couch. You get $5 free play. Use promo code couch. You'll get instant deposit match for new users. I'm trying to get more users on the site. All right, so biggest news other than Thursday Night Football has definitely been the Gus Edwards injury. This is very sad. Like, what's going on? I can't believe it. But it is what it is, and I think Tyson Williams is going to have a huge week one. So Tyson Williams, starting running back for the Ravens, going up against the Raiders. I think he's going to absolutely ball out, maybe 20 fantasy points. I'm starting him in most leagues. And I'm co-managing a league with Chris Smoos, and he already put him on the trade block because what's the next step after week one? We're seeing a huge mess. Now, Latavius Murray is expected to sign with the team. I don't know if that's official, but I'm just going to say we're going to assume that's going to happen. Official. Yeah. So first, okay, let's do a quick rewind. They lose Mark Ingram to the Texans. They lose J.K. Dobbins season-ending injury. They lose Justice Hill season-ending injury. They lose Gus Bus season-ending injury. I mean, this is just disgusting. And then they sign Le'Veon Bell, right? That's the first guy they sign. Then they sign right after Devontae Freeman. And now they're signing Latavius Murray. Like, this is like if somebody took the sticks and Madden and just started messing with your franchise. Like, you just go through that free agent list and just start adding all these big names, these has-beens. And it's like, oh, man.
It's very true.
It's going to be a mess because, look, Tyson Williams, like, he looks good and he's worked hard and, he not necessarily a good prospect, but maybe that's the same with Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards wasn't really that good his first year in the league, but has turned into an incredible runner. And it's just going to be a huge headache. I think you want to trade Tyson Williams away.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. And I heard another point in the Discord today, wait till week one, see if you can get more for him after he goes off against the Raiders, like you're saying. But the other point that was made too by Bob, actually, I have to give him credit. He said that because of the way they run their offense, that the mesh point and giving that handoff off, that Tyson Williams has a leg up on everybody because they don't have chemistry. Le'Veon Bell, Devontae Freeman, or Latavius Murray, they don't have any chemistry with Lamar Jackson. So that's a big deal, I guess.
because of all those like the quarterback
The RPOs,
RPOs. Yeah,
basically. Exactly. So when there's that handoff and that, it's very intricate, I guess, or
yeah. No, it is. That's why it works well because that those little details they do well, and defenders don't know what's going on. And yeah, if you if you fumble it, that's bad. It could be an instant turnover and basically lose the game.
we got a couple questions if you want to ask it, and they're
These
on this
questions are
topic.
all the same. I don't want any of them. These if they're about Ravens running backs, I don't want them because it's honestly all the same. And I'm not being a jerk. It's just how like analysts on Twitter are
You
saying the
got to
same.
want
They're
it.
they're all the same freaking questions. So I'm answering it with just one statement right here. So here's one right here that I disagree with. I dropped Michael Carter for Tyson Williams. I would not have done that. Tyson Williams, look, he's going to be great week one, but after that, I don't know what's going to happen. Like he's Tyson Williams, great week one start, maybe even beyond, but I don't know if I want to deal with that type of headache. Is Le'Veon Bell, like, all right, we can rank these guys, but it doesn't really matter because Latavius Murray is not really known for his passing. So I guess I'll rank at number one Tyson Williams, number two Le'Veon Bell because he's the first guy they signed, and then number three. I mean, I think Latavius Murray is better than Devontae Freeman, but
Agreed.
Devontae Freeman's a little bit better pass catcher. I guess I would rank Latavius Murray ahead of Devontae Freeman and Devontae Freeman last, and then Trenton Cannon is more of a special teamer.
I'd agree with all of those assessments. I don't think Cannon's going to make an impact on the offense necessarily, like you're saying. And the other three, I have them ranked the same way.
It's very messy, and the Ravens probably haven't got it figured out. But yeah, Bob's point is very valid, especially in the beginning. Tyson Williams should be the man, and just because you drop Michael Carter is not a good week one start, that's not the end of the world at all. You can always sell high on Tyson Williams. You're not going to get much for him, just to be honest. But after he balls out against the Raiders, I think you can make. I think you can get a good deal for him, and then you could go maybe pick up Michael Carter again because Michael Carter I think is going to start balling out week 5 or 6. Baltimore doesn't throw to RBs. I saw that, but that's last year, and so like I don't just base it off. Sometimes sometimes teams continue trends. Sometimes, this is what I said to one person. I said, so they said Baltimore doesn't throw to RBs. Also said Baltimore doesn't win a lot of playoff games either. So they obviously are doing things to change that. I'm very confident they were going to throw to Dobbins more. I'm very confident they were going to do something with all these wide receivers. I don't know exactly what, but they need to change things.
Yeah,
And
when you don't win, you got to change.
you have to change. And I think they were trying to throw to running backs more this year, but a lot of unforeseen things happened. Weak argument. Well, I mean, that's last year, man. That's the past, right? So, you're probably the same guy who said, like, what Brady likes his slot wide receivers, right? So you went with Chris Godwin last year. I heard that everywhere. That's a weak argument. I hear this stuff all the time. So what? I'm just so what? Just because the Ravens haven't thrown to RBs the past 2 years, they would not do it this year. I don't even get the point. Like I don't even understand what's the point. What's the point we're making? We're just trying to win in fantasy. Like I don't
Yeah,
even
people
understand
think,
the point.
history always repeats itself, which in
But
certain
what's the
terms it
point?
would.
They don't throw. Okay, let's say they don't throw to running backs. Well, what's the point?
Well, the
So
NFL is a
what are we gonna do
copycat
with
league.
that?
So if other teams are doing it and they're getting success out of it, who's to say the Ravens
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
try
but I
it?
mean, what's the point we're making other than argue? So let's say this guy's right, and the Ravens will never throw to a running back. What are we supposed to do with that?
Yeah, I mean, it just means in
We're still in
PPR
the
they're going to be
same.
the less valuable.
We're still in the same hole. We're still talking about what to do in fantasy with your fantasy team. It's still a mess, right? So I mean, is that with this information we're saying Latavius is going to be RB1? I think that's what they're saying. So I don't know. Latavius is not that good. It's just going to be a mess.
Here's the other rebuttal to that if you want to read it. The thing I was going to make a point on was I just traded Curtis Samuel for Gus Edwards in a league, a dynasty league, and now they're both hurt, which Scott reminded me of. But it was just, news this morning that I didn't want to hear. I had Gus as my RB3. So I feel bad for him. He had a great opportunity to just shine this year.
So yeah, I see the guys. So every time Lamar plays, he doesn't throw to RB. So now he's going to with the fourth RB. I honestly don't know what's the point we're making. So yeah, I mean, look, if you're right, then I guess Latavius could be better suited to be the RB too. I'm not even. I don't know. Maybe Bell is washed.
But like you
Yeah,
said,
I
it
think he
doesn't
is.
matter. They run the
Yeah,
ball more than any team in the league or have more success running the ball. So who cares if they don't catch the ball? I mean, they're going to be running
yeah.
it.
I think we're just stuck on one of the points. Like, okay, just because it's my opinion that they were trying to throw the ball more to RBs this year, that's not really can't do anything with that information I just gave you. Like, what are we gonna do with that?
Yeah, why does it matter if
It
Lamar
was
doesn't check down if he can run for 5 or 6 yards instead of checking down? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like that's what he does.
we already said we hate Devontae Freeman. So that's one of the past quote unquote pass catching backs. So I mean, like, what are we doing here? So I guess it's Lev Bell versus Latavius. I mean, I don't really like either of them, but we ranked him the best we could for you. I think, and that would stay no matter what, no matter if you think he'll throw or not to running backs. I think it's mute. So we ranked him number 1, Tyson Williams, number 2, Le'Veon Bell, number 3, Latavius, number 4, Devontae Freeman. Yes, see, that's the same point. That's exactly, it doesn't matter. So we ranked them like that. And I'm thinking it's going to be messy. Tyson Williams definitely with a stronghold week 1. And I don't know what's going to happen after that. I don't know enough about Tyson Williams, but we'll see. I think it's just how long he can hold off the rest. Cause this is like, you got to combine those other 3 guys to make one real running back, right? Latavius, Devontae Freeman, and Lev Bell. Combine all 3 of these guys, and you might have one. Oh, combine all 4 of them to get real. Yeah.
Well, I think Devontae Freeman's going to get cut at some point. But if you're
Well,
curious,
he's a
Tyson
depth
Williams.
guy. He could be on the like at the rate they're losing running backs. They may just want to hold, like just like put him on practice, like leave him on the practice squad.
Yeah, no, I get you. If you want to know a little bit
Yeah.
about Tyson Williams, so he was a 4-star recruit out of Crestwood High School. He signed with BYU as where he went to college, and he was undrafted in 2020. But it seems like he had a pretty good college career here. I could pull up some stats, but it'd probably bore you.
He's not. No. I know. I'm familiar with. I'm familiar enough with. He's not a good prospect. He's undrafted in the NFL, but he has improved and earned time on this team. He was ahead of Justice Hill in the depth chart, and Justice Hill may have gotten cut. Yeah. I'm not gonna pull up this guy's comments anymore. But yeah, Latavius Murray did look good last year. Latavius Murray sucks this year. You not understand? Listen to me.
Tony Jones that beat him out for the
Listen
job.
to me.
So
Yes,
don't
that's.
make me pull up the Tony Jones meme.
I wouldn't even call that a meme. I would just call that.
It's just a picture you found on
Yeah, it
Google.
just humors myself. I don't know if it humors anybody else. I just, I thought it was funny as I was looking up Tony Jones to post, and I found a Tony Jones, but it wasn't that. So let's go on to some freaky. What is this? This is going to be like a Twilight Zone segment here. Look at these trades I made, Drew.
Alrighty.
I made 3 trades with a guy named Sushane. So this is the trade I made with him in Dynasty. I traded him J.K. Dobbins. And then in redraft, in the Couch Draft Party League, I traded him. Scroll down a little bit. I traded him.
Saquon Barkley and Travis Etienne.
I traded him, Etienne. And then in Dynasty, again in the same Dynasty league, I traded him Gus Edwards. Same guy, 2 different leagues.
3
I
different
traded
trades.
away to him. I traded him I sent him Gus Edwards, ETN, and J.K. Dobbins.
So you got a total of 6 picks out of it. Did you get Rondell Moore too, I believe, in the first trade? So that's a pretty hefty haul. So for J.K. Dobbins, you got, let's scroll back up here, Rondell Moore, a 2022 second round pick, a 2023 first round pick. And then for Gus Edwards, we traded away Gus Edwards and Kenyon Drake, by the way. I won't read it all out, but we got a second and a fourth, a second and a third from 2023 and 2024.
No, we didn't need to read any of this. It's not good.
It's crazy
content.
though. It's a haul.
It's not good content for the audio podcast.
Yeah, probably not, right?
And I'm honestly, I'm so over it because I hate when people's like, "Oh, you didn't do good, you didn't do well." I'm like, I don't want to get into that. I just want to focus on the Twilight Zone aspect because this is my dynasty team's rebuilding. My redraft league obviously had holes in it, so I needed to make a move. Like these were good trades for me. They helped out both teams. But now after these injuries, though, man, it's just.
Do you feel bad? Do you have any guilt? Any trade guilt?
No, not at all.
Future injured players.
I don't have any trade guilt. I feel bad for the players because these are all guys we were excited to watch. Not really Drake, but
at least none of them's Akers.
I really wanted, yeah.
I feel really bad for Akers.
I'm not a huge Akers fan as far as the player, but he was in a great situation, I think, this year. And he could have put up a lot of fantasy points is what I'm saying. But, man, I really wanted to see Gus Edwards. I really wanted to see J.K. Dobbins. I really wanted to see ETN, with his college teammate Trevor Lawrence. Come on, like that would have been so sick. And I mean, it's sad.
You don't even know. I have in the captain's league, I have Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, as well as I had Akers. I traded him, and that's the trade I made for Elijah Moore. But yeah, I was hoping to see Akers, Etienne, and T-Law on my team at least.
Yeah, it's just, oh man, it's crazy. So Sushane's still alive though. Like he can still win. That's what's scary.
And these are dynasty teams, obviously, or one of them is. I mean, he has Dobbins and Gus Edwards still next year. Gus Edwards, I think, is going to be 27, and JK, I think, will be 23. I can look it up for sure, but they're still going to be good for him.
Well, we'll see.
The redraft league, he's definitely hurting a bit. But yeah.
Well, he's got Tyson Williams. He got him for free, so.
And then he's probably going to be trading him after week 1, knowing him.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. He needs it, so.
There he goes. He definitely does not. He's a fighter for sure, and he's got a good team, so.
We'll see.
No, we got to block somebody again here. Put him in timeout. All right, you keep talking while I keep an eye on this.
This guy's back. We got to do something about this. Yeah, we blocked him, but he's gonna be black. He'll
change it to his next account and his next account.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. It's just a child. It's the Latavius Murray truther. We know that. Last time it was we already blocked him, but he'll be black. Yeah, he'll be back with another account. Yeah, it was the Lions fans. Now it's the Latavius Murray fan club. They're back. Yeah, I mean that's really it. So this is I got a cool story. Way past this bedtime, yeah. So scroll down to the drafters and so there was 3 people who talked trash to me. And if you say something stupid, like one of the ones that really stuck out to me was they said something bad, like this guy's a joke. And then he said this, he said, I do the opposite of what Couch says, and I usually win.
Oh, I remember that.
And I challenged him to, I said, let's go for $200, $300 head to head. Cause I'm like, I mean, if the opposite is the winning formula, then all you got to do is click accept. And then it's pretty much an automatic win, right? I mean, you just let me draft whoever, and then you just get the leftovers. I mean, if it's that bad. And I put this long paragraph, and I was like, look, man, I was like, I won a $250,000 tournament. I won a $50,000 tournament. I won a ton of my leagues, and I was like, I was shocked to win that. I won a ton of money for charity. I was like, you know, I pushed Godwin in 2019. I pushed Calvin Ridley last year. Like, how I'm like, what you're saying is just not right. You know, it's easy for people to come up and say it without having receipts. I was like, I have receipts, including all my bad takes, but I was like, my takes aren't that bad, dog. And then he declined. He's like, you know what? I apologize, and I'm not gonna take that. You know, I don't have that kind of money. It's like, dude, if you're that good in fantasy, then you could easily whip out $200-300. I mean, I do this for a living. I'm like, I just don't boast. That's all. I don't boast. And you know, I've definitely boasted in that comment, but I'm like, dude, if you're better than me, then you should be making a lot more money than me at this. And then yeah, he just, you know, he declined. But we did get KV, who didn't talk trash or anything, but he did accept. And
That
so
was
at least we
great.
got one beat the brain going, $100. It was fun. It was fun. I think I did well though.
It was a great main event for what you were doing all day with the mocks, and then to bring that in at the end. No, I remember you messaged the league. I jumped down right away, and I was like just eating dinner. And I was like, I got to finish this quick and turn on YouTube and watch it. My wife's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I got to watch Brain take down my buddy, or take my buddy Brain take down this guy from the league. It was a long story.
Yeah, the guy from the former, yeah. Well,
Yeah, that was great. That you basically took every great play, every top player. So, do you want to say you had Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Devontae Adams, as well as Christian McCaffrey?
I took 5 out of the top 6 tight ends. Yeah,
Oh, that was
top
great.
2 running backs. Yeah, I mean, I was just
Dalvin
I
Cook,
was
by the
in
way,
this.
too. You have Dalvin.
Yeah, everyone was saying like
He
everyone's
took
like,
Zeke first, I think, or did he take Derrick Henry? Derrick Henry, then
he
Zeke.
took
I think that's who he did.
Henry and Kamara, and then he took
Okay.
Zeke later.
Eesh.
So I made a little mistake. So I needed to draft one more wide receiver, but I think as long as there's no injuries at wide receiver, I'll be fine. But I really should have got one more wide receiver.
So how many do you start in those type of head-to-head?
Well, I created that. I should have probably did another round or two. I should have did 32 rounds, and it would have been perfect. But you got to start 4 wide receivers, three running backs, and 3 flex, and 3 quarterbacks, 3 tight end. And so that's why I kind of screwed up there. But you know, it's all good. I mean, my team should be crushing him. So hopefully, it's great. But it was fun. So we're gonna be doing that. What do we do that? I think we do that every Saturday, guys. So if you do want to check that out, if you do want to challenge me, I do it. You know, I take real challenges. This is the real thing. So that's gonna be on Drafters, on the Drafters app. And hey, guys, if you have any questions, get them in right now. We'll answer a few questions. But we're gonna end this one early. So if you got any questions, pull them up. We'll answer a few before we head out. So yeah, every Friday we're hopping on Drafters. They have the app called Drafters. They have a website, drafters.com. And if you want to get a head start, just use promo code COUCH11 and you'll get $11 of free play when you deposit $10 or more on there. It's not even sponsoring this podcast, but just giving you a heads up that this promo code is pretty awesome. It's pretty fun.
I'm trying to find some comments, but I'm having to scroll through a lot of, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll fix that. We'll try to fix that next time.
No, but there was one earlier that I thought was good. It wasn't about what we were already talking about either. You checking the bottom? I'm checking the top here.
Dang, I mean, guy. Wow.
Yeah, there's like a.
So we're having audio listen. We're having a problem with some trolls, or they keep popping in. But
here we go. We'll
get it taken care of next time or something.
I don't even know if this is a real question.
Claypool or Taysom? No, it is a good question, and I would go with Taysom Williams.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Taysom Hill. Sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah. Start asking
We already answered this one, Logan,
Claypool
but
or Taysom Williams. I'm going Taysom Williams against the Raiders.
and we're gonna say this again just for all the people who might have joined late. So we're going with Le'Veon Bell first.
No, Tyson Williams first.
Well, yeah, if
Well, you
if
gotta
he's
say it. Come
sorry.
on.
So
Le'Veon Bell is owned like in 60% of leagues,
I figured
probably.
Tyson Hill would be owned in most leagues too, actually. So
Ty,
that was
Ty,
my bad.
Tyson Williams.
So Tyson Williams, we got Le'Veon Bell, we got Latavius Murray, and then we got Devontae Freeman. And we don't like Freeman at all, just so we clarify that.
Yes. Yes. Ooh, this one here.
You got one?
Daryl Henderson or Tyson Williams. I'm going Tyson Williams again here, but it's very close.
Yeah, I think it's splitting hairs, honestly. I think they both have very similar games, maybe one touchdown each and like 60 to 80 yards. Tyson Hill might go over 100, but who knows? Thoughts on Ravens wide receivers with these injuries from our friend Sushane?
Well, I honestly don't know exactly what the wide receivers are going to do. I never did. And we've always been wrong about Ravens wide receivers. They have a lot more this year. But what I can say is I think Lamar Jackson is going to put his team on his back and he's going to take on a lot more responsibility. So that's going to equal more rush attempts. That's going to equal more scrambling. That's going to equal more throwing, whatever needs to be done, because this was a team that really relied on 3 running backs, if you include Lamar, at all times. And they love to run the ball. So it just can't be one guy running it, 40 times, 35 times a game. It was three of them running it, Lamar and 2 running backs. And now it's Lamar and like a 3rd or 4th string running back and a bunch of guys off free agency, a bunch of has-beens, and that's all I know is Lamar Jackson's going to put the team on his back. I have him ranked as my QB2 this week. I think he's going to put up a lot of fantasy points. I really do. And
Next question.
these Ravens wide receivers, though, I don't trust them. Never trust them.
Here's another question from the Fantastico. I can't pronounce that. Fantastico?
Yeah. Fantastic.
Would you start Judy versus the New York Giants or Marvin Jones versus Houston?
Who would you go with? I'm looking up my algorithm cheat stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards Judy just because I trust Bridgewater more. First game of the season, I think Trevor Lawrence might have a little bit of nerves and just may not play as well as his actual potential is. I mean, he's first game of his NFL career, so I don't trust Jones over Judy just yet. But I honestly like Marvin Jones this year a lot. I think by week 2, 3, 4, the chemistry will probably be there, and I may go the other direction.
I'll go Marvin Jones, but I changed my mind actually. I'm gonna go Judy. I'm gonna go Judy. It's a tough one because I don't know who's gonna guard Judy, right? I'm also thinking it could be a thing where the coverage gets shifted in the middle of the game, or you know what I'm saying, because the Giants
adjustments.
Yeah, they could really they could choose to shut down one wide receiver. So it is a bit scary. I think the Jaguars are going to go off. We just don't know exactly which one is. And I hate using this as a reason, but I mean, if you drafted Judy, you had to essentially reach for him this year. So you draft Judy round 6. I mean, you should probably start him, right?
Start your guys.
A flyer. Yeah, I didn't draft Judy this year. I like his talent, but you did. I mean, it means you believe in him, right? So you might as well, since it's close, and like I said, we know some Jaguar players are going to go off, like it's guaranteed. We don't know exactly which ones. Definitely James Robinson, Laviska's going to get some work, but other than that, we don't really know which ones are going to go off. So yeah, just go with the players you drafted earlier, the players you got confidence in. So go with Judy.
So Tyson is popular in the questions tonight. We have one that says Gaskin or Tyson.
I think I'm going to go with Tyson Williams.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you on that. I just think Baltimore's more prepared for Monday night's battle, and they're going to win that game handily, and they're going to be running the ball in the fourth
The
quarter.
matchup is way too sexy as opposed to the other matchup, which is not.
Right. Here's another one with Tyson. So start Devontae Smith or Tyson for the flex spot. This is from David.
Um, man. So if it's non PPR, it's definitely going to be Tyson Williams. But man, I think I think you got to go with the wide receiver
Go with your guys.
in
I mean, you must have took
PPR.
Devontae somewhat high. Let it fly first week, right? No, I would probably go Tyson, honestly. The safer play. I want to win week 1 too. I mean, Boomer Bust is great, but Monday night matchup against the Raiders, that's just like you said, that's too juicy.
Man, I'm so torn. Like
You
definitely,
love both of them, at least week 1.
yeah, definitely. Look, if it's non PPR, I mean, you're definitely going with Tyson Williams. In half PPR, maybe Tyson Williams too. But Devontae Smith, man, he can go absolutely off against the Falcons. I guess it's good to play it safe. We know the safer one is definitely Tyson Williams. So I
So
guess
that's
play it safe. Go with the high floor.
final answer.
Tyson
So
Williams, yeah.
next question. This is from Logan. Godert or Robert Tonyan, week 1, half PPR.
I think we're gonna have to go with Tunyon.
Yeah, you already know I'm going Tonyan.
Yeah.
If you guys watched last podcast, I definitely feel like Tanyan's the better play. Just having Rodgers there, I feel more comfortable starting him. It's nice you have both, though.
I'm actually I'm gonna. I don't know. What do I got on my rank? I think I got Goddard higher. I think I'm gonna switch to Goddard. I think I'm switching to Goddard. I'm gonna switch my answer. Hold on. Let me just double confirm. Nope. I put Tunyon one spot ahead of Goddard. All right. We're sticking with Tunyon. Both of us say Tunyon. It's close though. It's close.
And then you know who said tight ends to start in his weekly stardom sit-em was Mr. Mike Mattal, who couldn't make it this evening for the podcast, but he put Dallas Goedert on a list of 6 other tight ends to start this week. Higbee, Pitts, Goedert, Gronkowski. He nailed that one. Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. Good job, Mike, on the Rob Gronkowski call, telling people to start
Yeah,
Gronk.
that's pretty scary.
We got to give it up to Mike on that. I
had him on my bench. I had Gronk on the bench. We had it in the bench in the Throne League.
He didn't say to start Cooper, though. He didn't put Cooper on the list. That would have been a nice play. He said to start Judy, though. So
to be
going
fair,
back to the other question.
Some people benched Cooper, but I don't get that. Makes no sense to me because he's drafted in round 4.
He would have to be your wide receiver 2 at the worst, right? I mean,
yeah, exactly. So I don't
you
even
got to start your wide receiver 2.
And I'm not trying to defend Mike. I'm saying like I feel like he didn't put him on the list because he's drafted in round 4, which who's that? That's like Chris Godwin, right? I mean, no one benched Chris Godwin today, so it's like I don't know why I don't know why you would bench Amari Cooper if you drafted him. People did though, like it did happen. I feel like that's why he didn't put him on the start list. Maybe I don't know. Is he on any? I mean, is he on the sit list? No, he's not on. He's not on any list, so I think that's why he didn't put him.
Yeah, he's in the middle.
On
he
there.
Didn't put him on the sit
list.
It's
just like he's not going to tell you like to start AJ Brown.
Like, no, I mean back to your whole like theory of start your guys. I remember talking to you about this years ago, and we start our best players. Like at the end of the day, if you start your best players, I'll feel okay if I lost, knowing I started my best players. Typically, not always, but most of the time. So I just tend to lean that direction on most days. We had more comments. I was hoping it wasn't from this one here. Antonio Brown was on some people's benches. I don't know if he's always the best player for the person that week, but it's a good point. Antonio Brown went off on a lot of people's benches. I played Mike in one league, and he had like 25, 30 points in that league.
I had Antonio Brown on my bench.
How many benches did you have Antonio Brown on?
But last minute, I started him in all my
leagues. In all your leagues?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, good move.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's
it
a
was.
strong
Oh,
play.
in Dynasty, I have like 10 wide
How many
receivers.
shares?
It's Robbie Anderson's my worst wide receiver. That's
Oh
how like
god,
it's deep.
I remember you
Yeah.
showing me that league, your
Yeah.
roster.
So I just last minute I was like I elevated Devontae Smith and I was like, you know what? Like I'm not gonna bench my guy AB that
Your
I've
boy.
been going on the AB hype train since last year.
You have though. Really, if anyone
Yeah.
has, you have for sure.
Oh
But
no. Oh no, we got a comment from Mike. No way.
oh, sorry, Steve. We'll come back to you, Steve. Here's Mike's comment though. Lux benched
No.
Amari Cooper versus Cuddy.
No, why? So people are
Oh,
benching Cooper? This is stupid, dude. Why would you do that? You're scared of the matchup, I guess.
oh, that is
Why would you
bad.
look? Why do you okay? Look, why do you draft Amari Cooper in round 4, and then when you smell a bad matchup, you bench him? Like, what's
Because you're
don't
getting cute. You're getting too cute. Start your
you
guys.
psych yourself out? Is that's really the only reason, right?
It is. It has to be. There's no other reason. Think about that. I mean, you're just too
I
cute,
did the
man.
same thing. Right? I traded CD Lamb from Shoe Shane. Like I'm starting him every week, and if CD Lamb's a bust this year, then I'll just die. I'm not afraid to die. I'm not
Just
afraid. It's
pile,
fantasy. It ain't reality. Like if
just
I die, I
piling,
die.
piling on top of Lux, dog piling. I wanted to go back to Steve's question or
Oh
Steve's comment. At least
god,
one of my friends started Gallup over AB. Wow, at the beginning of
that
the
is
game, that kind of looked like a good move until
no.
AB
Don't
took
stop.
over.
This is
Gallup had
what
like 3 catches in the first
you're
quarter,
not on
so you're
TikTok. You're not on
you're
TikTok.
thinking
So
he's getting momentum.
there's a lot of talk about Gallup, right? So Gallup was an amazing draft pick. He was going early round 11,
I got
like
him in the
when no one was
couch draft party.
drafting. What round you get on?
Oh, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Let me take a look for you. Keep talking.
Yeah, go find that. Yeah, so he was going round 11, even 12, right? Like before
I
anyone
believe
really
it.
started drafting in June and whatnot. But then his ADP started rising at around 8, like just crazy. And it's like, dude, come on. And so, no, man, that's one of these guys is a Hall of Fame talent, and the other is Michael Gallup. So how like what are you like? It's literally Antonio. Like we're talking about literally Antonio Brown.
I love your pronunciations when you said Jalen
Mike
Waddell
Jalen
on the giveaway.
Waddell. Yeah,
Michael
come
Gallup
on.
went 11.04 in the couch draft party league.
That's a great value you got for him. There's nothing wrong with that at around 11. Yeah, but I bet your friend drafted. I bet he drafted him round 8. I bet you right now. I bet your friend drafted Gallup round 8. So then now he thinks he's hot for that.
He has a
Oh
follow up, Steven. And he also started CD Lamb, so it made no sense really. So he started both CD Lamb and Michael Gallup on the same.
yeah, it's not really. That's not like Cooper. I mean, that's just yeah. This needs no analysis. That's just bad.
Yeah, it's funny. I think that's all we got for comments for now. You want to end
So,
it here?
by the way, yes. By the way, Lux is the guy who drafted Josh Jacobs.
Oh yeah, we should say that.
I can't. And yeah, he benched. Who did he bench? He benched.
He
He
benched
benched.
Cooper
He benched
for.
Amari Cooper. What
Oh
the
God,
heck? Why'd you draft him then?
where do you say it? Yeah, he just benched Amari Cooper. Let me look up who actually he started. I have the league right here. Give me a sec.
Did you? Oh, that's okay. I got you mixed up with someone.
So he
Okay,
started Mike Evans in tonight's game, who got a total of 5.4 points.
Mike Evans was
He did
terrible. It
start
was sad.
Gronkowski, so good for Lux.
Oh yeah, that was a great. Oh, that kind of balanced out
Did a
then.
little bit, yeah. And then Amari Cooper went off for 38.9 points on his bench.
Dang, 38.9.
The funny thing though is he's playing against Cuddy, who has Ezekiel Elliott, so
Yeah, he might win.
he's still projected to win.
He's got some good players, even though we make fun of him for Josh Jacobs. He's got some good players.
Oh, and by the way, for anybody who cares, he loved that video. He thought it was hilarious.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, in the chat, he was just going back and forth with Mikey about how funny it was. It was great. He
Oh,
thought that was
okay.
awesome.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
he
I don't
probably
know.
liked the thumbnail too. Got to stop talking about thumbnails.
All right, we're gonna end it there. This was great. We got football back. Brady versus Dak. Appreciate you guys, and we'll call it there. See you guys on the next one. Peace.
Later.